Hi, this is Troy Renck for Denver7, and the Broncos GM search, it is off and running as they look for a replacement for John Elway. Those seeking that replacement will be John Elway, Joe Ellis, the CEO, and Broncos coach Vic Fangio. First name on the list, Champ Kelly. He will interview on Friday. He's worked with the Bears. He also worked with the Broncos from 2007 to 2014. Players around that time, they credit him for his eye for talent, for stabilizing the organization when they went through some tough times in the front office with some off-field issues, if you will. So a lot of praise for him from former players. Looks like he's ready to make that next step. We'll see. And he also worked with Fangio, something that can't be easily dismissed. Another candidate, Dave Ziegler from the New England Patriots. Here, Patriots, Bronco fans get a little nervous about that. He came over with Josh McDaniels. He worked for the Broncos for a few years with John Elway and John Fox. Worked his way up from scouting over the last 8 years into personnel with the Patriots. Played college receiver at John Carroll University. Guy has an eye for talent. Obviously, they've had success in New England. He's the guy that we'll interview on Saturday. George Payton, the assistant GM of the Vikings. Easily the most experienced of the top 5 candidates right now. Is this the time he would be willing to leave? It looked like he was going to get the Browns job last year when Kevin Stefanski got the coaching job, but he had some apprehension about the owner meddling. So you know if he interviews in Denver, which we expect, that he's going to want to know specifically what John Elway's role is and that he's not going to be involved in the daily operations. And I don't think he will, but he's going to want assurances in that regard to make the jump because he's a hot candidate and he's going to want to know what that role is with he and Elway. Another candidate, Terry Fontenot from the Saints. He's worked his way up from marketing intern 18 years ago all the way into the pro personnel department. They trust him to do trade evaluations, player evaluations. He's a hot name on the market right now, has interviewed with multiple teams, including the Atlanta Falcons, and then the in-house candidate, Brian Stark. You look at him and you say the optics would be tough to stay in-house, but he has made a name for himself. He's a guy that's been involved with the college director of scouting since 17, after that 17 draft. The drafts from 18 to 20 look pretty impressive. You got Pro Bowlers Cortland Sutton, Bradley Chubb, Philip Lindsay, his undrafted guy, makes the Pro Bowl. So he's a name to keep an eye on as well as the Broncos start and get off to running with this GM search. For Denver7, I'm Troy Renck.